Alright, what's poppin', people? Welcome in. This is BigBearForNation.com back here with another video. Guys, welcome back to NFL Week 16. We're here every single Thursday with analytics predictions. This is sorry, my voice sounds a little bit off today, but yeah, we're here every single Thursday with this video. We're gonna break down every single matchup, my pick against the spread, as well as my final score, and we're going to be taking a look at the over and under. So if you guys are new here to the channel, that's exactly what we do here. So we do appreciate about support. Like I said, make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Really helps out with the channel. Make sure you guys go join the Discord, and not only in the Discord where you guys get the chat and the little general chat. They're actually made like a little general chat thing. You guys also get to stay notified whenever I stream or upload a video. And for example, this video will be in the Discord once it's done uploading. So make sure you guys go check out the Discord. It's a great way to stay notified with the channel and all that fun stuff. So make sure you guys go check it out. Alright, so and I'm gonna make this announcement right now. I did have a switch of pick. I ended up switching one of my picks, so you guys will find out. If you guys haven't checked out our weekly pick show, by the way, make sure you guys go check it out. From last night, it was a lot of fun. Us, to like me and a whole bunch of subscribers, we come on stage and we pick a whole bunch of games. It's gonna be it's a lot of fun. We do it every single week, so make sure you guys go check it out. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get it rolling here. Apparently my thing does not want to work today, but it is what it is. And I don't know what's wrong with my computer with this stuff, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at what happened last week. Regular picks record, we went 13-3 last week. Overall, for me, I've been just completely dominant over the course of the regular season so far this year. I went 61-63. This is obviously my best start I ever had, and we're looking to, like I said, we're looking to break 80 now. Since I think me breaking under 100, I think that challenge is successful for me. So let's see if I can break now 80 and maybe 70. Maybe I have a chance to break 70 if I keep doing what I'm doing right now. So I'm in a good position to do that. 13-3 currently right now. Spread picks record, we bounced back in a big way after going. I think we only had like 2 wins last week, which is absolutely atrocious. We bounced back in a good way with 11-5 in that category. So I'm now 118-106. I'm just trying to look to stay above 500 in that category. Like, I'm not expecting for that to be as good as my regular picks record, but yeah, we're just looking to stay afloat in the spread picks record things. So 118-106, that's my record right now. Regular picks record, we're at 161-63 right now. Like I said, pretty dominant year by me in the regular picks record so far for this year. So glad to see myself doing pretty good this year. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked out weekly pick show, I'm currently in second place. I don't know, like I'm with this record, I'm in second place. Yeah, I'm 1 game behind Nate in the standings, so hopefully catch up to him. But we'll see what happens this week. Like I said, I did switch one of my picks from the pick show, and you guys will find that out in this video. It doesn't happen that often, but I just did it this week. But if you guys, like I said, new here to the channel, this is what we do here: weekly awards, best words, trickiest 1 point, and ass beating of the week. We just hand out these awards throughout the week, and yeah, and that's just basically what we do here. We basically just give rewards, and we get to take a look at everything else. Like I said, we're take a look at the over under final score and my pick against the spread. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going. Alright, so just first of all, let's take a look at the AFC standings. We got to take a look at the standings here because playoff football is just literally 3 weeks away from here. So we really have to start looking at it, or 4 weeks, because if you want to count this week. So we really have to keep our eye on it. Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, and the Texans have all clinched the playoffs. Everybody up there has clinched their division except for the Steelers, and they have an advantage. They have a chance to this week with the win over the Ravens. In the playoff mix, you got the Ravens, Broncos, and Chargers still there inside the bubbles. Same 3 teams have been there for a long time, and then everybody else is eliminated in that bracket. So that's where it stands in the NFC as if today. And then we can take a look at the NFC here. Detroit, even though they lost, they're still in first place. They still clinch the playoff spot. Eagles have a chance to clinch the division this week with a win. And Minnesota, Minnesota's in 5th place, but they clinched the playoffs, so that's why I put them up there. In the playoff mix, you got the Bucks. They're looking good in their division right now. Rams take over the NFC West. As a moment, Green Bay and Washington still round out the wild cards inside the bubble. Yeah, Seattle, Arizona, Atlanta stays in it for now. San Francisco, Dallas, and New Orleans. And the elimination, Giants have some company down there as the Panthers and the Bears head down there with the Giants as well. So there is your elimination poll, and there's your standings for the NFC. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going here. Thursday night football. This is going to be an interesting one here. We got the Broncos taking on against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers did not perform well last week. They got their ass kicked in this building by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not pretty disappointing by the performance by them overall. They did not look good for one singular moment in that game. Maybe until halftime. Maybe the second half is when they really took the bleeding against Tampa Bay last week. Denver, slow start against the Colts last week, but most importantly, they got the job done and they dominated the second half. So I don't know why this week has to start out with this, but let's just go ahead and get to our first award of the week. And normally we don't give a lot of awards on Thursday Night Football, but let's just lock this in. This is my trickiest game of the week. This was actually a really hard decision to make. Like, the Chargers are at home, and you might think the Chargers are going to win this game because you think the Chargers are going to bounce back offensively, defensively. They should be able to bounce back in this one, especially the defense. I'm going to be taking a look. I'm going to be taking a look at the defense in this game for the Chargers. I want to see that defense. I want to see how they bounce back. I said what I said on the live reaction show last week is that last week was the first time we ever seen the Chargers get whooped that bad, and I believe that's true. So when I'm looking here for the Chargers, I'm looking at their defense. I want to see how they bounce back, and the Chargers offense has not really looked too good ever since missing J.K. Dobbins, and I'm pretty to me that's going to be the difference here for this game. When we look at Denver, they just got to continue to do what they're doing. I think their defense does enough for them to get the edge here over me. I'm surprised Denver's actually pretty underdogs in this game. I was kind of shocked by that once I saw it, but I just think the Badgers just favored Denver. Offensive team standpoint, Chargers haven't really been playing that good the last couple weeks. The Broncos defense has been very good as well. So these are two really good defensive teams here. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting the Chargers defense to bounce back. But I'm going to take Denver here on the road. I trust their offense a lot more. I think their offense has been playing a lot better as of late against the Chargers. So I got them tonight. I got the Broncos winning this game 24-20. It's definitely going to be a good game. For sure. Like I said, we're going to see a lot of good defensive moments from these two teams. I'm not expecting any team to do anything on the ground in this game. Both running backs, I'm not expecting them to do anything. So I think both teams are going to really have to rely on the pass, and that's where I'm going to trust the Broncos a lot more in that category than the Chargers. So like I said, clearly offensive team, passing game. I think that's going to be the main difference of the game. Also, field goals is going to be a massive factor in this game, and I think the Broncos will have more opportunities to get down the field and score. So that way we're going to go to the Broncos this one 24-20. Like I said, I looked at the spread pick and it was like Denver underdogs. I was very shocked by that. I thought Denver was going to be the favorite coming into this game, but they were not. They're underdogs, and then we're going to take the over 41.5. That could be a little bit risky because both these two teams' defenses. That's what these two teams are made for. But I'm going to take the slight over in this game. Not by much over, but I will take the slight over. But Broncos 24-20, me giving the slight edge because of their offensive ability to get the ball down the field and score is what I got here on Thursday Night Football. All right, now we have the Houston Texans taking on against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Texans got back on track. Well, that's not really the easiest way to put it. I'll explain that, but anyway, they got a win last week against last week. I forgot who they were playing, but but most importantly, they got the win. Kansas City got a win as well, even though they're dealing with the Patrick Mahomes injury. But last time I heard about Patrick Mahomes is that he's going to be able to go in this game. So Patrick Mahomes, he's going to be playing in this one. So if Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing, I would have went with the Texans 19-16. But because Patrick Mahomes is playing, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs 19-16. This game just feels stupid. This game just feels like something stupid is going to happen in this game. I think the score is just going to be odd. This is the game just for the score to be odd. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs here at home. Now the Chiefs, they're not going to be able to do anything on the running game. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to rely on the pass as well. Because Isaiah Pacheco, he's okay, but he hasn't really been his best. And if you want to throw a Kareem Hunt in there, Kareem Hunt in there and too, I'm not going to do that because Texans has actually been one of the better rush defenses in football. So I think the running game is not going to be it for Kansas City. I do think Kansas City is going to has mainly going to have to rely on Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce. If them two get going, maybe the Chiefs can win this one by a bigger margin, but I'm not going to predict that. Houston, I think Houston's really just going to rely on CJ Stroud. Like CJ Stroud, he has not really been the best this year. And the Texans are also going to rely on that pass rush. And I do think Patrick Mahomes is a little banged up. Maybe the Texans are going to get to him. The Texans defense actually been playing pretty good these last couple of weeks. So I can see them forcing a few issues for Kansas City on the offensive side of the ball. But with this game being an Arrowhead, in Kansas City, I just got to go with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes playing. He'll make that last play to get the ball down the field and score. It's probably going to be a game-winning field goal again. That's kind of why I got 19-16. It's going to be a stupid-ass score, but that's why I kind of got in this one. I'm going to take KC minus 3.5. I saw the spread earlier. The Texans were actually favored to win this game at first. Well, they probably assumed that Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing, and then they switched it over to Kansas City being favored because Patrick Mahomes was playing on that one. And I'm going to lean towards the under 41.5, and that's a little risky, but if I'm being honest, I'm feeling perfectly fine about it. I do think this is going to be a defensive game. I think both defenses will show up. Both offenses are questionable right now. So, if you want to say that Joe Mixon could get going for the Texans, I'm not really believing that either. Kansas City's rush defense is pretty good as well. So I think both teams have got to rely on the pass. Nico Collins could go off for the Texans, but I think the Chiefs just pull it out. Like I said, it's in Arrowhead. It's Arrowhead, one of the difficult stadiums to play in. Saturday football. This is the first game of the Saturday football. We have another game of Saturday football, but this is going to be a good one here. So at the end of the day, I'm going to lean towards the Chiefs winning here at home, but this is going to be a pretty interesting, darn good game. This game can you rely on the offense or the defense? We don't really know what to expect, so I'm just going to kind of expect both of them. All right, next up we have the other Saturday game here. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling into the Baltimore Ravens. This game is going to be crucial for both teams. More say for the Ravens. That's why I got to win it, because I'm going towards situational football. So with this game right here, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, like I said, this game is going to be very crucial. This game is really going to come down to which team is more healthier in this case. Because when you look at the Steelers, I don't think George Pickens is going to be playing. I highly doubt it. I heard TJ Watt is going to be playing in this game, so that kind of motivates me for Pittsburgh a little bit more, but let's be honest, the Steelers' offense did not look good last week without George Pickens. Let's just call it what it is. They did not look good last week. I do think that's going to be an issue for Pittsburgh moving forward. Even though their offense, I do think their offense will bounce back. They can score in Baltimore. Baltimore's pass defense has actually been it's been pretty bad overall this year, but it's getting better because they're getting guys healthier. So that's going to be a main thing. Big key to watch for that. Can Russell Wilson throw the ball down the field? That's going to be something that's going to be looked for to Calvin Austin. But I'm leaning towards the Ravens in this game. This is situational football. I know the Thursday night football, I picked the Broncos to win, even though situational football said the Chargers. This time I'm going to go with situational football says, and the situational football says the Ravens need to win this game, and I believe they're going to. If the Ravens don't win this game, they hand the Steelers the division. I don't think they're going to do that at home in this time. And remember guys, I remember the last time these two teams played, and if you guys haven't checked out the analytics video for the previous episodes, go check for the previous weeks, go check it out. But I said I'm expecting these two teams to swap sides once they go to Baltimore. Yeah, that's kind of what and now the Steelers had Baltimore's number over the last couple of years. I think Baltimore only won like twice in the last 10 games. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. I think Derrick Henry gets a little bit more involved in this game. Steelers defense is still one of the best in football, even though it got crushed last week. So that's going to be another key thing to watch here. Can the Steelers defense bounce back? But I just think missing George Pickens this time is really going to be the key difference for me in this one. So that's why I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. But I can definitely see the Steelers winning. And talk about the Steelers, I'm going to take them plus 6.5. I'm not feeling too comfortable with the Ravens covering that number. I think that's a little bit too high. I do think this game will be within 6.5 points, so I'm actually feeling pretty comfortable about that, taking the Steelers with this spread there. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Ravens here, 2024. I think Lamar Jackson plays his best game against the Steelers. yeah, against the Steelers so far in this entire career. I think the Ravens get the job done. This is situational football. They know they can't let the Steelers win because, like I said previously, if they do, they win the division. So I'm gonna trust the Ravens to follow what situational football says. Maybe get Derrick Henry a little bit more active. Lamar get going on the running game, and I love what I've been seeing from Bateman and Zay Flowers. Love what I've been seeing from both of those. Both of them looks pretty good and active, as well as Mark Andrews. He's been getting active a little bit going too. So even though I do think Steelers, they have some potential too. Pat Freiermuth can go off as well, but yeah, I'm gonna trust the Ravens. They're healthier. They got the tools. They got the weapons. But the Steelers don't really have that. So yeah, we're going to go with the Ravens on this one, 2024 situational football. And at over 45.5, I'm hitting the over every single time. Both of these offenses can put up points, and I'm expecting them to. So this game is going to be a lot of fun to watch. And by the way, but I forgot to mention this. This is this week's best game of the week because this game is going to be very tight. It's going to be very competitive. So much high scoring. So yeah, like I said, I previously mentioned this is the best game of the week. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry, but just look at every single matchup. I just didn't really like every single matchup. I like this matchup the best, so we're going to call this the best game of the week. All right, next up we have the New York Giants taking on against the Atlanta Falcons. The Giants completely suck. I mean, the Giants, they're like, so if you haven't checked out the NFL live reaction show from last week, I ranked the Giants number 32. I think they're the worst team in the football at the moment. Atlanta, we're in those retros at home, so that's going to be pretty exciting to watch, but Atlanta, they have not looked that good either. And let's just go ahead and call this in. This is this week's worst game of the week. I think this one's pretty obvious. You know, you have the Giants team has been struggling all year long. It just looked pretty pathetic over the course of the year. Atlanta did make a quarterback change of bringing in that rookie. They actually decided to bench Kirk Cousins for just one. I mean, which I don't really blame them because Kirk Cousins has not been playing good at all for the season. So I guess that's, like I said, that's a pretty not a bad decision to make there. But I'm gonna go in Atlanta with this one, 21-14. I think that new quarterback, I think he comes in, plays well. I heard about him. I keep forgetting his name. But I know him. He's going to play better in this one. I like the Falcons do a lot. I think Drake Moody gets active. And I think Atlanta's offense is actually better with him back there than Kirk Cousins. I'll be completely honest about that. I think they'll take advantage of the matchup. They're playing against the worst team in football. If, like I said, if the Falcons, they would have played against a decent team, I would take the decent team over Atlanta because, like I said, Atlanta, they have not been playing well, and they're a turnover-prone team. But the Giants, they just stink. I mean, don't tell me DeVito quarterback. I mean, I know Carey starts a quarterback for the Giants. I'm going to take him. Now, you might think of Malik Neighbors. Like I said, he's the only one that's really going to get going over there for the Giants. So yeah, 21-14. Atlanta minus 8.5. That's a little risky if I'm being honest. The Giants can easily cover this number, but I ended up going with the Giants on that one. I ended up going to land this one, but even though that is pretty risky. And then under 42.5, I'm feeling very comfortable about that. I don't even think this game gets past 40 points. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to under in that one. Both offenses can't really score that much, so I'm not expecting a lot of points. So under 42.5 is that's the most comfortable thing I'm feeling about in this game. But at the end of the day, I'm taking Atlanta because the Giants suck, and that's just the reality of it. So for that reason, we're gonna go with the Falcons and get the job done here at home, and maybe get within the game for the Bucks in the division. But right now, we're gonna go with Atlanta. All right, next up we got the Detroit Lions playing against the Chicago Bears. The Lions, they're a little bit banged up over here. It just seems like every single time the Lions, you might think they're getting healthier, they get banged up again because their defense is smacked, completely smacked with injuries. Meanwhile, for the Bears have just not looked good for majority of the year, and the Bears, they just have not looked good in general. The Bears, they do not look good. Their offensive line is terrible. Caleb Williams has not been playing well. The Bears offense has not been playing well. The defense has been a problem. Like this whole Bears team is bad. I mean, it's just call what it is. They're a bad football team, and even though the Lions are a little bit banged up on the defensive side of the ball, well, they're banged on. They have 16 starters out in their defense, which is absolutely insane. Something I've never seen from a football team before. But I'm still going to go with Detroit here. I mean, they still have the offensive pop. I know they just lost Dan Montgomery last week, which is probably going to kill me for my fantasy team in the playoffs. But But yeah, but still, I'm gonna go with the Lions to win this one pretty comfortably. We're gonna go 31-17. I think they take advantage. Like I said, the Bears, they have not, and I know the Bears played well against them last time, but when the Lions lose, it's normally never good for the team that's playing them next. So we're gonna lean towards Detroit in this one pretty heavily. Like I said, 31-17. I'm kind of expecting the Lions to show no mercy on this one, beat the shit out of it. Plus, the Lions are actually doing a pretty good job of winning divisional games, and that's kind of why they're sticking around in number one seed right now, because of conference record and divisional record. So the Lions actually been doing a pretty good job, like I said, against their division. So anyway, the Bears defense is not stopping this Lions offense. Like I said, even without Jay Montgomery, you still have to deal with Amar St. Brown, Sam Laporte, Jahmyr Gibbs. You still have to worry Jared Goff. Like, you still have to worry about all these good players. So I just think the Bears defense is going to get exposed here. Like, I just don't think the Bears have enough to keep up with Detroit's offense. And like I said, the Bears offense has been completely horrible. Caleb Williams hasn't been playing well. Not sure they are getting Keegan Allen and DJ Moore active a little bit, but I'm not really going to count on those two to really get the job done. The Lions defense does, even though they're banged up, they still do a really good job of holding their own ground. So I just think the whole matchup just favors Detroit, man. Like, no matter what the Bears do, like a running game, DeAndre Swift, I'm not playing him this week. I think he's going to struggle. Offense has been terrible in general. I think the Lions should be able to just do just enough defensively to get past the Bears here. Like I said, I'm expecting an offensive firehouse from the Detroit Lions in this one. So my Detroit minus 6.5. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm feeling confident. Like I said, just the way how the Bears been playing recently, I'm just not trusting the Bears in this matchup. So I'm going to go Detroit minus 6.5, and then over 47.5. That's another one I feel pretty good about. Both and the Lions, like I said, I'm predicting the Lions to get 30, so over 47.5 is going to be pretty easy. Got the Bears scoring a little bit, but just not as much, because I don't believe in this team and I don't believe in their offense. So for that reason, we're going to go Detroit here to get a very much road win here. Maybe stay on track to get the number one seed, as they do hold it right now. So it's very crucial that Detroit starts winning these games, because you're going into the playoffs, you want to have the number one seed because your defense is so banged up. Maybe you get a chance to get some of your defensive players back. So I think the Lions know that situation. They're going to win this game, and Bears, I'm sorry, but it just is what it is. All right, next we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on against the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers, they completely disappointed me last week over the loss at home against the Dallas Cowboys. The one time that I picked them, they kind of let me down on that. So overall, pretty disappointing performance out of the Carolina Panthers last week. The Cardinals got back on track last week. That was a very nice performance they had last week. They bounced back in a big way. The running game got involved. The passing game got involved as well. So great to see some stuff there in Arizona. I'm going to go with the Cardinals to win this game 27-23. I do think this game is going to be very close and very competitive. And I do think this is going to be one of the funner games to watch this week, because the Panthers overall, like I said, they have been playing better these last couple weeks. They've been playing better. Now, they did not perform good last week at all. No, they did not. But the Panthers, they should be able to go back to what they have been playing in recent weeks before what happened last week, and that's good football. Bryce Young playing good football. This is not the Cowboys defense, even though the Cowboys defense is still ass too, but it's been playing a little bit better. We'll get to them later on, but the Panthers, they should be able to pick it up offensively. But the Cardinals, I believe the Cardinals are going to win this game. You know the reason why is because the Cardinals rushing attack. Kyler Murray is a good runner. Panthers defense is terrible against the run, so I'm expecting Kyler and James Conner to run all over the Panthers defense in this one. So yeah, I just think the matchup just favors Arizona. Now, Kyler Murray, he does have turnover issues. He does throw a lot of interceptions, so we need to keep that down a little bit in a good matchup with Carolina. But yeah, I just think the matchup just favors Carolina. I did really want to pick the Panthers here again, because I just think that maybe they do bounce back in some degree here, but I'm not counting on it. I'm going to lean towards the Cardinals in this one, 27-20. Like I said, this is going to be a very fun game to watch. Bryce Young, maybe he does get a little bit more active in this game. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I just trust the Cardinals. They're more wide receiver depth, more passing depth, more offensive game, more offensive depth on that side of the ball, and it's just specifically the rushing attack. I expect the rushing attack to be a lot better. So we're gonna go with the Cardinals with this one. Arizona -5. I'm cool with it. That's a little bit of. It could be, you could take the Panthers there, but I'm cool with the Cardinals in that one. And then over 47.5, I'm feeling good about that. I think we're going to see plenty of offense in this game. I think for it to be the over 47.5. As like I said, I'm kind of expecting this game to be pretty fun on both sides. And both defenses will have good moments. Both offenses will have good moments. By the end of the day, which team's going to trust more and which team has more to play for? That's going to be the Arizona Cardinals. So we're going to take them to get a much needed win here on the road, and hopefully it does enough to increase their chances of winning the division. Like I said, it's not over for the Cardinals. They're 7-7, but it's not over. The division is still winnable for them. But yeah, Cardinals, like I said, they know that they need to get this win. This situational football. Panthers have nothing to play for now. So at the end of the day, we're gonna go with the Cardinals. Like I said, situational football, and they still have a shot. So we're gonna go with them. All right, next we got the Rams taking on against the New York Jets. The Rams, my Rams, picking up a pretty good win against San Francisco. The defense really stepped up in that place. You look at the Jets. Jets coming off a good win as well. So both the teams coming up pretty impressive performance out there. Aaron Rodgers is playing a lot better as of moment, so I do praise the Jets for that. Their offense looked pretty good last week with Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the Rams won this. They like the last 2 weeks. The Rams won it offensively. They won this game offensively. They wanted the offensive route last week. The offensive way 2 weeks ago. Now they wanted the defensive way. So that's good to see from the Rams. They can win. They can rely on either side of the ball for them to win the game. So that's pretty good to see for the Rams, and that's why I'm going to take them here. I think the Rams takes advantage of the Jets here. But here's the thing for the Rams. As a Rams fan, I'll say this. We have a chance to win the division. Matter of fact, we are in the lead to win the division right now. Listen, you have to walk into the Jets and take care of business of what you need to take care of. You cannot come into this game bullshitting, Rams. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you come in here and bullshit, you're going to lose. If we were gonna win this game, Kyler Williams is going to be great. Puka Nacua is going to be great, and Cooper Kupp needs to see more targets, and he's going to have to be more active. Now, I am expecting the defense to play well, or at least. But I'm expecting them to do just enough to get us to win. So now we're able to know our Jets. If you don't, here's the reason why. Like I say, if you bullshit, you're going to lose this game because Aaron Rodgers, he's been playing a lot better. Davante Adams has been great over the past 2 weeks, and Garrett Wilson's been very active as well. And the Jets have enough firepower to keep up with you if you bullshit. So that's what I'm saying. So to the Rams, don't be bullshitting. Come in here. Beat the Jets, move on. You have a division to win. You're on pace to do it. You're on track to do it. All you gotta do is just go in here, take care of business, and move on. Come on, Rams. We're playing against the Jets, okay? Like I said, if you bullshit, the Jets have enough firepower to beat you. But yeah, the Rams. I'm expecting the Rams to win this one, 30-21. Expect my boys to get it done here on the road, take care of business here in New York. I'm gonna take the Rams minus 3.5. I mean, normally Aaron Rodgers actually does have a good history of beating up on the Rams a little bit, so maybe there's a slight scare there. But I'm not really getting overwhelmed by that. So I'm taking the Rams minus 3.5. We're gonna take the over 46.5. I feel good about that. I think there's gonna be plenty of offense in this one. But I took a look at their spread 3.5. I thought that was a little bit too low. I thought it should have been like 4.5, 5.5. But I'm going to lean towards my Rams. Getting a much needed win here on the road and maintain the lead in the division. Hopefully that we can close it out by the end of the year so we can at least have a home playoff game. But I'm going to go with the Rams here. Get a much needed win. Like I said, Jets have nothing to play for. Rams have everything to play for right now. So and the Rams were really heating up. They're really looking good right now. So at the end, like I said, the Rams last 2 weeks they proved that they can win allowing on both sides of the ball, which is pretty good as a football team. So we're going to go with the Rams here on the road. All right, next up we got the Eagles taking on against the Washington Commanders. The Philadelphia Eagles look completely unstoppable right now. They're finding ways to win no matter what. Defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball. We saw it all last week, especially on the defense. The defense played really well, and the offense had a lot of good moments. To give credit to Philadelphia on the win last week. Washington got a win as well against New Orleans. Maybe a little bit scary there. At the ending, like I said, I did master the way how they kept that game close against the Commanders. against the New Orleans in the second half, but they were able to get the job done here. The most important thing right now in the end of the season is to win football games. So they did the most important part there. But I mean, Washington, I'm sorry to say it, but I just gotta take the Eagles here. If you really wanted to pick Washington here, the matchup just favors Philadelphia. The way they've been playing right now, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, has been absolutely unstoppable. AJ Brown has been huge. Devontae Smith has been huge in some games. And even though these two teams go at it pretty competitively all the time, so that's why I kind of have this game being close, 27-20. I do think the Eagles will close it out, but the Commanders, one thing they always do, they always play well against Philadelphia. They always keep it close. So maybe this game does get a little close here at the end, but I'm still going to lean towards the Eagles. They have enough firepower to get down the field and score more than this one. Just for the Commanders, man, like I'm expecting them to fight hard. Maybe Jane Daniels have a tough matchup. He's playing against the Eagles defense, and I believe the Eagles defense has been playing like one of the best defensive football. But like I said, we're gonna go with the Eagles here, 27-20. I just love the matchup for them. It's just no shame for Washington. Brian Thomas Jr. The rushing game for the Commanders is, I'm not expecting too much to happen there. I mean, their defense has been better in general. And Terry McLaurin, I think the Commanders have really got to rely on Terry McLaurin. If he does well, the Commanders are going to have a shot. If he does not play well, then the Commanders are going to have no shot. Because when you're playing against a team like this, you're going to need all of your stars to back up. Which means Jane Daniels too. They're going to rely on them to a lot. And even though I do think they will deliver a little bit, I just don't think they will deliver as much as I think Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. As I keep saying, I don't think they're going to produce as much as I think the Eagles are going to produce. So I got them snapping out here. Eagles wins 27-20. I'm going to take Philly minus 3.5. That's too small for me to take the Commanders. And then over 45.5. Obviously, yeah, that game's going to go over. But like I said, I really wanted to pick Washington here, but I just couldn't do it. So in this game, we're going to go with the Eagles, getting much more road win here. Both teams that actually have some stuff to play for here. Commanders trying to hold out to the last wild card spot. Now trying to let the Eagles win the division, but at the end of the day, the Eagles just look completely unstoppable right now. So I just got to go with them and increase the lead in the NFC East, and once again chase after that number 1 seed. All right, next we have the Cleveland Browns taking against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals should be able to win this game. I mean, the Browns, they're too banged up. I don't know if Myles Garrett is playing in this game. And even if he does play, I'm still going Bengals by a good margin here. Now, like I said, anybody can score on Cincy's defense because Cincinnati's defense is terrible. So I think the Browns can score no matter who they have a quarterback. I think they can go down the field and score. They will have good offensive moments. But at the end of the day, I got to go with the Bengals to win this game. Joe Burrow has been playing out of his mind. Jamar Chase has been great. Chase Brown, I love what we've seen him out of the effective game, which I hope that doesn't happen today because I'm playing against him this week in fantasy. But yeah, I just think the matchup just favors Cincy. I do think this will be a closer game than what people think because, like I said, Cincinnati's defense is terrible. So I do think the Browns will have opportunities to score, and the Bengals can turn the ball at some points during the game. So I do think that helps out the Browns a little bit more in this matchup. Battle of Ohio here, but at the end of the day, like I said, matchups favor Cincinnati. At the same time, I don't think the Browns defense is going to hang around with the Cincy's offense. Jameis Winston is getting benched. Wonder who they're going to put up for him, but yeah, I'm just going to go Bengals. The whole matchup just favors Bengals. I mean, so we're going to take them 30-23. Cincinnati minus 7.5, feeling good. Over 46.5, feeling good about that as well. So, like I said, even if you think Jamar Chase, T. Higgins goes off, Joe Burrow goes off, Chase Brown, I'm just thinking if like either one of those guys or two of those guys goes off, I think they'll be good enough for them to beat the Browns because the Browns, they don't really have really an offensive identity out there. So very, very feeling comfortable about the Bengals here. They should be able to take care of business at home, and they're not dead out of the water in the playoffs yet. It just seems unlikely, but obviously the Browns have nothing to play for, but the Bengals, they still have a little something to play for here. So yeah, but end of the day, we like the Bengals here at home. All right, next we have Tennessee Titans playing against the Indianapolis Colts. The Tennessee Titans look brutal. When I mean brutal, I mean brutal. They look pretty damn bad right now. They can't do anything to save their lives. They look terrible both sides of the ball. We're looking at Indy. Indy took a tough loss last week to a lot of mental mistakes, which kind of let them get their ass beat here a little bit. But the Colts, I think they bounce back in this one. They got Indy. This is at home. I trust them to bounce back in this one, especially playing against the Titans. I do think they should be able to take care of business here. I'm going to go 23-16 for this one. Like, it's kind of a weird score, but that's just kind of what this game kind of is. Just kind of weird scoring game here. But Tennessee, I did heard that Mason Rudolph is starting in this game for the Titans, but I don't really care all that much. I think the Titans are a national disaster. They can't do anything on the offensive side of the ball. They are really going to have to rely on the defensive side of the ball, and Even though I do think they will play well, I just think they're going to lose because I don't think Mason Rudolph's going to lead that team to victory. So maybe I'll look at the Colts. I gotta take them here. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty frustrated about his mistake that kind of flipped the script of the game. And that's why the Colts lost because that momentum changer flipped there. But I think he bounces back here in a big way. Anthony Richardson. I'm not expecting him to have the biggest night, but because he's playing against a good defensive team over here, but I think he does just enough for them to get the job done here. The offense gets more chances to get down the field because the Titans are another one of those turnover prone teams. So I do think that the Colts, they should be able to take care of business here at home. I'm gonna take the under 42.5 because I just think that we're gonna see more defensive moments in this game than offensive moments. So I'm just not really expecting too much scoring here. So we're gonna take the under in that one. And Indy minus 3.5. I think that's a good spread in the first place to even have for this game. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. But at the end of the day, we're going to go with the Colts getting the job done here at home. I know both of these teams have nothing to play for now. But yeah, we're going to go with the Colts getting a much needed win here at home. Feel pretty good about their mental mistake after last week. And they should be able to build some momentum off of that. So we're going to go with the Colts at home. All right, next we got the Vikings playing against the Seattle Seahawks. I got the Vikings kind of beating their ass here. We're going to go 27-18. I can see the score even being worse than that. The Vikings defense just looks absolutely insane right now, and we saw that against the Bears last week. They should be able to take care of business here. I mean, like I said, this is a business trip. Vikings can't be bullshitting because if you bullshit, Seattle has enough. This is kind of like the Rams. Because if you BS, you could lose because you're playing against a team that has somewhat talent to beat you. But I trust Minnesota. I trust them all year long. Not all year long. Not beginning of the year because I thought they were going to be terrible beginning of the year. But yeah, I trust them now. Trust them for a long time now. So we're going to go to the Vikings here, 27-18. I just love the way how their offense has been playing. Sam Donald, Justin Jefferson's been active. Jordan Addison's been very active. T.J. Hawkinson's hit or miss every now and then. So I just love the way how Minnesota's just been playing. Like this entire year, and their defense has to be a big part of that as well. Their defense is performing like one of the better defensive teams in football, which has not really been the Vikings' identity the last couple years. So very good to see that here for the Vikings. Seattle, Seattle, took a ass beating kind of last week against the Green Bay Packers at home. That was pretty embarrassing there. But Seattle, they got really nothing going for him. Geno Smith, we don't even know if he's going to be playing. If he's not playing, it's going to start Drew Lock. So I'm not really convinced about Seattle right now and just the way they're playing. So I think just everything just favors San Francisco. The matchup, everything just favors Minnesota. The matchup, the defensive team, offensive teams. I mean, you just got to go with the Vikings on this one. I really have no reason to pick Seattle here. I would really want to, but I just, like I said recently, I just don't really have a reason to do it. So yeah, just like I said, I just think the whole matchup just favors Seattle here. So I'm at the Vikings. My bad. The whole matchup just favors the Vikings. No matter who's in there, Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker. I mean, I just don't think it matters. DK Metcalf has been a pretty disappointment overall this year. So, like I said, it's just a complete disaster. So the Vikings should be able to win this game 27-18. Minnesota minus 3, way too small there. I think the spread should be way higher than that. And over 43.5, obviously. I gotta take it because just gotta take it here. But at the end of the day, like I said, bad matchup here for Seattle. I like the Vikings taking care of business here on the road. And the Vikings, one thing about the Vikings too, they have a great shot of winning the division too. So this maybe could be another thing for them. They have a good chance of winning by it, or even in contention for the number 1 seed. And I know Seattle has more here to play for too, but at the end of the day, I think Seattle's chances is just about done. So we're gonna go Minnesota. All right, next we got the New England Patriots playing against the Buffalo Bills. I mean, what do you want me to say about this game? I mean, let's just call this short and simple. I mean, what do you want me to explain here? I mean, there's nothing to be, and let's just call it what it is. This is the ass beating of the week. I think this literally surprises nobody. Bills 34-10. Just look at the two teams and just look at the way they've been playing. One team has been horseshit while one team has been dominant. Plus, the Bills have a chance to win the division. I mean, they already won the division, but the Bills have a chance to get the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they're still going to be looking on that because Kansas City they could have it. I mean, I don't think so, but they could fall this week. So Bills win 34-10. This should be easily both sides of the ball. Is going to kick the shot at the Patriots. I'm not expecting the Patriots to really do anything in this game. Bills minus 14. Yeah, pretty good about that. and over 46.5. And honestly, the Buffalo might cover that itself. So, in the day, there's just really nothing to explain here. I mean, the Bills are just going to kick the shit out of the Patriots. I'm not expecting anything for the Patriots, and I'm not even going to. I don't even have to mention anything for the Bills because we already know where we're getting for the Bills. So yeah, there should be an ass kicking. Alright, and after that we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking against the Las Vegas Raiders. Both of these two teams have been awful this year. They've been absolutely disgusting. Both teams have not been good. But I'm leaning towards Jacksonville in this game, 17-14. Aiden O'Connell, as I just got a notification from my iPad as I'm recording this, he is active right now. He was a full participant in practice, so I do think Aiden O'Connell is going to play in this game, which is going to save Vegas here a little bit, maybe to get going on the passing game a little bit. But I'm going to trust the Jags' ability to score. Raiders have some offensive issues over there. We seen that last week against the Falcons. They have some pretty low moments, majority on the offensive end, which I just don't really trust the Raiders in general. I don't trust them. I don't trust their offense. I think Jacksonville has been the better offensive team. Now the Raiders do have a sneaky. They have a sneaky pass defense. I don't think Jacksonville's really going to get anything done through the air, so I think they're really going to rely on the running game, and you can run the football on the Las Vegas Raiders because the Raiders' rush defense, even though it's not the worst, but it's been pretty bad overall this year. So I think Jacksonville, I think they'll have more chances to get down the field and to score, and that's just kind of where I'm at for this game. Like whoever can, I believe is going to get down to the field more and score more is going to be the one coming out with the W here. And both teams are not trying to win, especially for the Raiders. I don't think they're trying to win because they got the number one pick in the draft right now. So I think they're going to start losing some games, maybe being a little bit more competitive. We saw these last couple of weeks getting a little bit more competitive, but in the day they're going to lose the game. And this is just one of those games. I'm just kind of expecting that to happen. So we're going to take the Jags here at 17-14. That's not really too much of a three-way game, but I'm not going to call this the worst game of the week because this game does have a little bit of interest in me. So yeah, by the end of the day, I'm going to take the Jags win this. I trust them ability to get the ball down the field more and score. Jacksonville minus 1.5. I mean, that's a little bit too low. Like I said, at that point, I might have to take the Raiders if I have to take the Raiders on that. And at under 40.5, I'm feeling pretty damn confident about that. I'm not expecting too much offense here from either team. But at the end of the day, we're going to lean towards the Jags here on the road. Next up, we have San Francisco taking on against the Miami Dolphins. And if you guys haven't checked out our weekly pick show, be sure to check it out. But this game is going to be close. It's going to be hard, competitive. San Francisco, both teams do 6-8. Both teams are barely edge on the seat in the playoff mix. I do feel like whoever loses this game is going to be out of the playoff mixture. So this is going to be a damn close game. San Francisco Dolphins, there's no wrong way to go with it, but I think this game's going to be so tight and it's going to be so competitive because both teams have some sneaky options out there that we're going to call this my 1 point game of the week. Now, if you guys haven't checked out our NFL weekly pick show, make sure to check it out. It's a lot of fun. We do that every single week. I did pick San Francisco to win this game. I am switching my pick to the Dolphins, and normally I don't normally switch my picks between that and this video. This is like only my second time doing that this entire season, but at the end of the day, I think the matchup here just favors Dolphins. Plus, I didn't hear that Isaac, their third string running back, is going to be out for this game. So I don't know who San Francisco is going to run out there on the running back. Well, maybe your next best option is running Debo back there because Debo has not really been good as a wide receiver this year. So maybe you want to play him as a running back, you could, but I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. The Dolphins, they normally do play a lot better at home. Tua plays better at home. The Dolphins team in general just plays a lot better at home, and I think they'll take advantage of that. San Francisco traveling East Coast here, so I'm gonna trust the Dolphins in this one. I know Tua has not really been playing bad. I mean, Tua has not been playing good under pressure, which is kind of what Miami is on right now with their season on the line. But same thing with San Francisco, but yeah, I just think the matchup just favors the Dolphins. Just the ability to score at home. Like I said, Dolphins play a shitload better at home. So we're gonna trust them here in this matchup. I'm not really feeling San Francisco this week, if I'm being honest. I'm not really too thrilled about it, not too excited about them, but we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, I think the Dolphins take advantage of it here. 24-23 to look out for the final score, 1 point game, and it's good. That Miami's very by a point, so I can go ahead and take it with spread pick there. And over 44.5. I'm pretty sure this game's gonna get over in 44.5. I'm pretty confident both teams will have offensive moments, but like I said, I'm just taking the Dolphins because I don't really know what we're going to see out of out of San Francisco on the offensive end now since they're missing their top 3 running backs, and that's pretty insane to say. Like if if the San Francisco 49ers even had Jordan Mason, I'm going Niners in this game. But like I said, this game is going to have to. San Francisco is really going to rely on George Kittle and Brock Purdy. If them two play well, the Niners have a fighting chance. If they don't play well, which I can see it because Miami's defense actually is pretty underrated in my opinion, they're not going to do too well. So I think the Niners, they should be able to take advantage of the injuries offensively, and I got the Dolphins winning this game by 1 point. So in the picks video, I will switch. Well, not the picks video because the picks are already out, but I switched my pick here to the Dolphins. So just letting everybody know. So I did pick San Francisco in the picks video, but now I'm gonna go with the Dolphins because I saw it here on my as I was recording this video, I saw that he was out, so that changes my pick. I'm going Dolphins. Alright, and now we have Sunday Night Football here. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing against the Dallas Cowboys. The Buccaneers, very impressive performance last week. They took one of the best defensive teams in football and just completely beat the shit out of it. And that was pretty good to see there from the Buccaneers. That was pretty entertaining to watch there if you're a Bucs fan. Cowboys, coming off a big win as well. They ended up beating the Panthers, which is no shock to anybody because even though I didn't pick in the win, that does not shock me that much. But I mean, come on. I mean, the Buccaneers are going to win this game. I mean, Dallas. One thing here that Dallas has not been good at home all season long. They have not been good. I think they're 1-6 in this building right now. So the Cowboys, that just alone that wants you to take the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers pass defense. Even though it's getting to work, they're kind of like Baltimore. It's been bad overall this year, but they're getting better because they're getting guys back, and the rushing defense for Tampa Bay is also pretty good as well. So if you want to think that Rico Dowdle might have a big night, he could, but we're not expecting it because, like I said, you can't really run the ball in Tampa Bay, but you can't really pass. But I mean, you can pass the ball, but you can't run the ball in Tampa Bay. Remember that Dallas is basically the same issue. Like, you can't run up Tampa Bay, but you can definitely pass on Tampa Bay. And I'm going to say, I do think the Buccaneers are the better defensive team right now at the moment. So I do think this game has a lot of chance to be an offensive game here. Baker Mayfield has been completely hot over the course of the year. I think he'll continue to be hot. He'll find his receivers. Mike, and I'm pretty sure he's going to find Mike Evans more than anybody to sustain his 1,000-yard career, 1,000-yard season. In his career, he'll try to extend that extension to go out to another season. So I do think Baker Mayfield's going to find him majority of the targets for this game. I like the Bucs offense here a lot. Buccaneers have more to play for here. Dallas is kind of in that playoff hunt, but I just feel like they're kind of going to be out of it here in the next couple of weeks. So Buccaneers, especially, I picked Atlanta to win this game, so that puts more pressure on the Bucs to win this game because, even though they do tie, Atlanta will go ahead because Atlanta already beat the Bucs 2 times this season. But I'm gonna go with the Bucs here to win this game. I think they take care of business on Sunday Night Football. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm expecting a lot of scoring in this one. So we're gonna go 31-20 as what I got for the final score. Cowboys will fight and they will pull up points, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Cooper Rush actually hasn't been playing that bad. So CeeDee Lamb I think the Cowboys are really gonna rely on CeeDee Lamb, and I just think that's a lot to rely on him. While the Buccaneers, they literally got everybody going on that side of the ball. So that matchup itself just favors the Buccaneers. We're gonna take them, like I said, 31-20. We're going to take them over 48.5. I'm feeling pretty good. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting more offense and defense in this game, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. And Tampa Bay -4, feeling good. Feeling good, and I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Dallas, they could win this game if they rely on their defense, and their defense has been playing better, but I don't think they're really going to cool off this red-hot Baker Mayfield-led offense team. So, at the end of the day, we're going to take the Bucs on the road. Like I said, more to play for, and the Bucs, I believe in them. They should be able to get the job done here on Sunday Night Football on the road. Alright, and then we have Monday Night Football, and this one's kind of a punching bag game. Actually, we actually had a couple punching bag games here, but we had the Saints at the Packers. The Saints kept things interesting against Washington at home, but most importantly, they fell short. Packers just got done spanking the shit out of Seattle, and this is just kind of like that Patriots and Bills game. Like, what do you really want me to say here? What do you really want me to explain? The Saints, they're horrible, okay, and they're going into the Packers, which Packers, they're one of the better defensive teams, all around best teams in football. I mean, and plus, Alvin Kamara is not even going to play for the Saints. So what are the things? Well, it was actually dealing with all the injuries. Like I said, Alvin Kamara, and I just saw a notification here, he's not going to be playing in this game. So what in tarnation is the Saints going to do here. I just don't see a game plan that the Saints go out there and win. I just don't see a chance. But about Green Bay, everybody's going to get after it, so I don't really have to name about them. Packers win huge, 30-13. This should be an ass kicking here of Monday Night Football. Green Bay minus 14 and a half. I normally stay away from those, but I'm feeling pretty damn confident about the Packers winning this game in the blowout, so I'm going to take it. And then under 45, I'm about to say over. I'm taking the over 44 and a half because I think this game is going. Actually, no, I'm gonna take the slight under. Actually, no, that's supposed to be 44. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the slight under in this one. That is pretty risky itself, but like I said, this game should be an as-be. Shouldn't be even close. Nothing too much here to explain. But at the end of the day, we're gonna go with the under. Feeling pretty confident about that. But like I said, Monday Night Football should be an ass kicking in Green Bay too. So everything is just down here for the Saints. Packers should be able to win this game pretty huge. Alright, and that's going to do it for me for analytics predictions for week 16. So like I said, if you guys have a brain, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to join the Discord. And the link is in the description. But we'll see how everything turns out next week. So make sure you guys come join us next week for that. Next week is going to be very interesting. So come join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to go. Stay tuned for the next content that's coming out here on the channel. We still have Minecraft Monday, Smash Bros. Saturday. So make sure to stay tuned for those. But anyway, I'm going to hop out of here. Get this thing edited so you guys can watch it on time. Before Thursday Night Football, this is BabyHurstNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.